Ho, 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 everyone. Welcome back and happy holidays from the Birmingham City Career Mode. It's Christmas time in the Championship and we've got a pair of holiday fixtures that are sure to keep you on the edge of your seat. Today, we're taking on Southampton, who are in third place, and Ipswich Town, who are just behind us in second place in the Championship table, in two crucial matches as we aim to keep our promotion push going strong. But since you were last with me, we've actually lost in the league and it was on Christmas Day. I'm putting it down to the boys not wanting to play on Christmas. We put in our youth team and QPR turned up and grabbed a much needed result. December looks like this. We beat Southampton, we beat Watford, we beat Blackburn. We got a bit of a draw with West Brom. It was a tougher game than usual, but nothing we couldn't handle. We had the Christmas Day loss, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world because we're still clear of our rivals who we play today. As you can see, we are 5 points clear of Ipswich. We're 6 points clear of Southampton. Now, if we lose both games today, then that can all change. I'm well aware of that. But I back the squad and I back our youth as well. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for today's game against Southampton. Now, as you would have seen in the previous episode, we have been experimented with some youth talent. So this is our starting 11 going into the game against Southampton. It's Peacock, Farrell in goal, a back four of Cochrane, Bielik, Hilgers and Laird, a midfield three of Bellingham, Ho and Iwata, and then a front three of Ogbene, Stansfield and Jackson Clark leading the line on the left wing. Southampton will be a hard test, but we're going in with confidence, some fresh faces, and with Ipswich on the horizon, we're going to need every ounce of holiday magic to keep up our momentum. Let's jump into it. Here we go then, a snowy St Andrews, and kickoff is here. I'm not going to lie to you guys, this might seem a bit of a difficult game for me because I haven't played FIFA in a while. As you guys would know, if you're regular viewers of the channel, I've been away for a little bit. I had a little holiday, which was good to refresh. Southampton aren't pressing me whatsoever. It was good to refresh and it was also needed, I think. As well as that, Call of Duty dropped, so I was playing that with the boys. But I'm hoping with a few updates, this game would be a little bit harder. We'll find out going forward. Ogbene plays that off. Bellingham from distance, big save. It is Aaron Ramsdale in goal. So, I mean, by rights, it should be a pretty difficult game to score goals in. We're going to let Cochrane swing in the corner. We are going to aim for that man, Hilgers. Can he win the header? It's cleared away. Can we win it on the edge? We do. Here's Ogbene. Plays it all the way backwards.
Alex with the info as ever.
Southampton with a good chance here, getting forward. They play the drag back. Are they going to get the shot away? Cochrane manages to get his foot in and stop that. Is there anyone breaking? I see Ogbene down this wide position. I think Bellingham's overcooked that. He has. Southampton fans are loud today, but they haven't been on top and they're still not. They do manage to beat our defender there and suddenly we're 1-0 down. Cameron Archer, I mean, Mateta, it looked like a foul to me, but maybe he just outstrengths our defender. Was it Bielik or was it Hilgers? I'm not sure. Oh, it wasn't. It was Iwata. He's outstrengthed Iwata and then Cameron Archer one-on-one with the keeper. Peacock Farrell's not saving that. Passed him before he knew it. And despite being on top, we find ourselves 1-0 down. And as you can hear, the Southampton fans think they deserve it. We're going to try and dink that in behind. Ogbene pulls the centre-back out. Here's Stansfield going for the spectacular. And the referee's given a penalty? I have no idea what he's given a penalty for. Hopefully they show the replay. I have no idea why the ref's given that a penalty. I mean, I'll take it. There's part of me wants to miss this on purpose. I'm going to go straight down the middle. Part of me wants to keep it to save it. He doesn't. I mean, I'll take a goal. I don't think the penalty was deserved. I think the goal's deserved. We definitely don't deserve to be losing. Stansfield went for the spectacular. Apparently was fouled somehow. Ramsdale dives out of the way, and as quickly as we're behind, we're level. Birmingham 1, Southampton 1. They've got a corner just before half-time. The ref is choosing to allow them to play this, and this is a great chance for Southampton to grab a goal. They don't win the header, they don't win the volley, and Ogbene gets that clear. We could counter, but the referee decides enough's enough. It's 1-1 on this snowy St Andrews pitch. Go and have a break, and hopefully let's come out stronger in the second half. Not our best display so far. No subs at the break then. Same 11 that started the game. Going to give it a solid 15-20 minutes before we do start to make subs. They seem to be attacking Laird, who is our most tired player on the pitch. And they're moving the ball really, really well here. We can't really get close to him as Archer takes another shot. And this time, Peacock Farrell is equal to it. But it's a corner early on for Southampton. So how they ended the first half is how they've started the second. They're trying to win the header. They do. And it's another big save from Peacock Farrell. I do think Bielik had it cleared on the line if it went to him. And this time we don't win there. This time Bielik is there on the line to clear it. Huge, absolutely huge. Can we break now? It's Ho. Not the fastest of players, but oh, he's been absolutely wiped out by Bella Kotchup, but doesn't then press. Gets up, plays it to Cochrane. Can Cochrane do anything? Tries to drill it across. Ramsdale is there. That's got to be a yellow card at the very least for Bella Kotchup. Suddenly this is an end-to-end game. Joe Bellingham picks it up now. Everyone trying to crowd Bellingham out, and finally they do. Can Clark get his foot in? He can't. Bit of space here, edge of the box. For Southampton, Cochrane doesn't get his foot in. Luckily, Awata was there. Awata then loses out. Playing with something to prove today, Awata, because he could have gone to Southampton, if you remember, earlier on in the season. They did put the bid in. That's a fantastic ball through from Cochrane, and Stansfield's just offside. Hilgers gets a yellow card for a foul earlier on in the move. I'd love to see a replay of how tight that was, but the game is not going to give us it. It's good play. I can see that Jackson Clark's making the run. I can also see Stansfield making the run. There is the chip. Oh, what's happened there? Stansfield, I think, was going to go for the shot and then decided to try and play it to Clark. Clark's won it back. It might not matter. Here's Stansfield, and that's not a good attempt on goal. I'm not sure what happened there. It looked like Stansfield was about to score, and then he nodded it back. Maybe he lost control of it and thought the best thing to do is nod it back. I don't think Clark was expecting it. And either way, the shot was saved or blocked, and Southampton get away with one there. Couple of substitutions then. Don't say I never listened to you. Stansfield comes off. Arconte goes up top. There's been a few comments saying to play him through the middle. He's a better player there, so that's what we're going to do. And we've also taken off Ethan Laird at right back. He was tiring. They were trying to focus him, so on comes Jamal Lewis. Just the two subs, but hopefully that means things will open up a bit. Maybe sooner rather than later. We do seem to be on top at the moment, but it's about capitalising whilst we are on top. Here's Ogbene. What can Ogbene do? No one really moving for him. Jackson Clark decides to make a run, tries to drop his shoulder, just muscled out. Oh, and Ramsdale took a risk there and got away with it. Here's Cochrane picking it up, moving into the Southampton half. Needs some support. Finally does get that support in Jackson Clark. He decides to cut inside. And he's going to release one, Jackson Clark. Oh, I thought that was it. I thought that was the making of him. I thought he was about to be the Birmingham hero. Instead, whistles just wide of the post. Manages to win the ball. Ogbene spins his man. What can he do? Who can he find, if anyone? He does play the ball through to Clark. And there is the making of him. Oh, he's offside. It must be ridiculously close. I thought that was in. I hate it when the game does that. I really thought he was on and in there. How close is he? Well, not very when you look at it like that. Just needed to be played a fraction earlier. Southampton go to the bench. Aribo coming on for Smallbone. Just a little over 5 minutes to play. I still don't think Arconte's had a proper touch of the ball. Needs some support. Anyone? There's Clark trying to jump for it. Doesn't get there. Cochrane. Ho! Deflection. Big save from Ramsdale. That went through legs and definitely got a deflection on it. Trying to press. But everyone is tired. It's the festive period. Everyone's still full from their Christmas dinners. Last chance saloon from Southampton. Here's their fresh legs Aribo. Instead of carrying on running, he decides to play it to Sugawara, who swings that ball in. It's very, very deep and instead falls to Ogbene. Can we break now? Here's Ho. It has been an end-to-end game. Ho skips past one man. Can he skip past another? Plays it through. Here's Ogbene. What can he do? Ogbene! Big save from Ramsdale just when they needed him the most. We're going to do final substitutions. It's rare I show you substitutions on camera, but we are going to do it. We're going to bring on Para, who we know can swing them in. We're also going to bring on Clara, who we know can head them. This is last chance saloon, so there's no point bringing on another striker because we're not going to get that chance. Let's make the substitutions and let's hopefully get the ball to Clara, who we know can win a header. We know Para's got a decent left foot on him. Can we steal this in the 93rd minute? It is going to be Clara to jump for it. He's locked off. Doesn't win the header. Ho then tries to curl one and gets it all wrong. And we drop points here against Southampton. It's a difficult one to take because I do feel like we've been the better team. But I mean, when you think about it, we were lucky to get the penalty. So maybe we're lucky to come away with just a point. Well, just before we jump into this game against Ipswich Town, we drew against Southampton, but as you can see, look at the bottom left of your picture, Luton 2, Ipswich 2. So we haven't actually dropped point to our rivals. We've dropped point to Southampton, but that was never really a big issue. We're still 6 points clear of them. We're still 5 points clear of Ipswich. So regardless of the result today, we're still going to be sat top of the championship as we roll into the new year. We are playing on New Year's Eve, so hopefully some big celebrations to come for the Birmingham City faithful. And this is going to be our starting 11 to do just that. A few changes then as we play at Portman Road. I know it's not technically in this career because of when we started it, but it is Portman Road. We have Peacock Farrell in goal, a back four of Cochrane, Clara, Hilgers and Jamal Lewis, a midfield three of Bellingham, Ho and Leonard filling in at that DM slot, both Bielik and Iwata, a little bit on the tired sign, and then a front three of Ogbene, Stansfield and Para. We do have a good few players on the bench, but we have also rotated. Hopefully we go into this snowy game against Ipswich and we manage to get the win and go 8 points clear as opposed to being 2 points clear as we roll into 2026. Let's jump into it. We know it's going to be a tough one. It's a big game for me because traditionally I am a Norwich City fan, so hopefully we don't lose to Ipswich, not only for the career mode, but also for my pride. I don't like Ipswich Town. I never will like Ipswich Town, just like Birmingham City fans. That was a dangerous challenge, and he's lucky to only get a yellow there, Sammy Schmodix. Just like Birmingham City fans won't ever like Aston Villa, I will never like Ipswich Town. There is individual players that I don't mind, so you know, people like Sammy Schmodix. They also signed Clark from Sunderland, who I think is an absolute baller, but for one season in the Prem, was it really worth leaving? It's a difficult one, but we're moving the ball well here. It's not as snowy as what it was at St Andrews, that's for sure, as we find Cochrane on the wing here. It's annoying because we don't actually have anyone to cross it into. We're going to try anyway. Nothing there. Leonard's going to pick it up, and Ho's going to be crowded out of it. Para showing great feet. Cochrane, Stansfield, 1-0. Oh, it all started with Para doing a cheeky little roulette on the edge of the box. It dragged the centre-back out of position. It meant that Cochrane could make that run as the right-back tried to cover. And then the ball across to Stansfield. All he needed to do was turn, take a touch, and it's in the back of the net. It's past the keeper because the keeper doesn't look great. But Ipswich Town aren't great. Who cares? Not taking long. 12 minutes into the game. Ipswich 0, Birmingham 1. Just the start we wanted. It's become a bit of an end-to-end game as Schmodix does jump 2 tackles and then plays it off to Hutchinson, who lays that back to Schmodix. Schmodix dancing on the edge of the box, but not really doing anything for it. And Clara just stands him up and says, yeah, try that again next year, mate. Big lump forward, looking for Stansfield. Mistake at the back. Stansfield does try to pinch it. Nothing there. Big for Ipswich here. Sammy Schmodix, edge of the box, trying his dancing feet again. This time Hilgers does dive in. Schmodix rides the challenge. And I've caught myself with a little bit of pie on my face here because dancing his little feet. Hilgers tries to dive in and Schmodix just shrugs him off, and then it's past Peacock Farrell. He can't make that save. 25 minutes gone. Ipswich 1, Birmingham 1. Ipswich coming forward again. Testing the former Norwich man. Beats the former Norwich man. It's Hutchinson at the back stick. And suddenly it's Ipswich 2, Birmingham 1. Jamal Lewis dived in. Peacock Farrell dived past his post. What was Peacock Farrell doing there? It's a good goal from Ipswich. It's a fantastic ball in from Oliveira, but don't understand what Bailey Peacock Farrell is doing here. He dives past his post completely the wrong way. And just as quickly as we were in front, I said it last game, just as quickly as we were in front, we are behind. 2-1, Ipswich 2, Birmingham 1. We haven't used the ball well enough today, really. What can he do? Dancing feet, edge of the box, finding Liam Delap. Liam Delap spins his man. This time Peacock Farrell does make the save. We are in trouble here. We can't defend at the minute. We can go forward, but we can't defend. That's a ball into the middle. We do manage to win the header. Can Cochrane get it away? Not really. Did win the first ball, but the ball's back with the Ipswich Town players. Ogbene, facing his former club, gets the foot in there, and now Ogbene can actually break. Versus Humphreys. What can he do? Keeps the ball in play. Sees Stansfield making the run. Stansfield brings it under. And then, well, I think that looked like a foul to me. It's the centre-back definitely leaned into the back of Stansfield. I think if he goes down there, it's probably a foul. Instead, we get the throw-in and we lay it off. It's going to be Bellingham to strike it. And exactly that from the commentator, not a million miles away. I don't think we're out of this. Despite how shaky we've looked at the back, we can definitely score goals here today. Well, how often do I say this? We go in at half-time behind. It's Ipswich Town 2, Birmingham City 1, and we've been very, very wasteful today, but we're not out of the woods yet. We can definitely score goals, and I think there's going to be more goals to come in the second half. Just hopefully they're for us. Jumping into the second half, there are no changes at the moment. But Ogbene has looked dangerous, so we're going to look to get the ball to him as quickly as we can this half, despite losing it very, very quickly there. Well, Clark looked offside to me, but apparently he wasn't. He takes on Lewis, and this time Lewis does get his foot in. And then we get the flick on to Ogbene. It's 3 against 3 at the moment. What can Ogbene do? Looking to drop his shoulder, beat his man, but he's been sent wide. Here's Ho to Leonard, to Bellingham, and it's just pinched before he can get his shot away. And now here's Delap, past his man. Can Farrell make the save? He can't. Starting to become embarrassing, folks. I started the game saying that we don't lose to Ipswich because they're rubbish, and now we're 3-1 down. And it's a mammoth of a task to come back in this one. Ipswich 3, Birmingham 1. Para jumping for it, finds Bellingham. See Hilgers now jumping for it, can't do anything with it. Leonard finds Ogbene. Would love a goal against his former club, Ogbene. Instead plays it. It's Para. Over to Ogbene. Ogbene tries to lift it to Stansfield, nothing there. Does win the header. Bellingham from distance. And what a save that is from Muric. You can't say we're not trying, folks. Another corner. Another chance. Power this time to swing it in. Clara the man jumping for it. Clara the man winning it, but not enough on the ball. Big changes just before this throw-in. We've gone to a 4-2-4, very attacking 4-2-4. Our Conte's come on for Para, and May has come on for Ho. And hopefully we can grab a couple of goals. Cochrane playing that back. Bellingham finds Leonard. Here's our Conte. Meant to be the wind man, to be honest, but instead finds Jamal Lewis. That's fine. What can Jamal Lewis do here? Find anyone, Jamal Lewis, but no one there. Stansfield should have been the man in the middle. We do get a throw. I'd like Jamal Lewis to make the run forward, to be honest. He doesn't. Instead, we find Bellingham. Bellingham finding Cochrane. Cochrane tries to lift that ball through, and again, I'm going to have to look at the tactic, and maybe you guys can help me out here, because I desperately need people in the box, and they're not getting in the box. Why are you playing as a false nine? Position the forward line. I don't want you to drop. Do not want you to drop. I'd like you to be an advanced forward, stays close to the opposition defensive line. I'm fine with these guys being inside forwards, because then they can cut in box to box. That sounds about right. Let's make you both attacking wing backs. We might get caught out here, but I don't think there's much we can do about it. Stansfield is the poacher. Let's hope that works, because we are in trouble here. 20 minutes to go. Counter attack coming for Ipswich. Our players tiring. As you can see there, Clara, how rare does that happen? Hutchinson, big win from Hilgers. That's May trying to get in behind. Did he get enough? He timed his run to perfection, but the Ipswich Town centre-back is apparently a very fast boy. Here's Bellingham. End-to-end stuff here. That's got to be a foul. Referee lunged in from behind. Is it going to be a red card? Connor Chaplin used to be the go-to player to buy on FIFA, and he is sent off. And that is a very, very silly thing to do when you're 3-1 up against your league rivals. Bellingham's been caught out there, though. Don't think he was expecting the press to happen after they'd just had a man sent off. Clark wins the ball. Here's our Conte now. What can he do? Can he run away with it? Chased desperately by Oliveira. No one presses him. And it's our Conte! 3-2! Well, we said we needed a little bit of magic. No one pressured him. O'Shea, who's been solid all game, has stopped really every pacey attack that we've had. Just decided to stand off of him, and then by the time he took it inside, Muric couldn't move his feet fast enough, kept it low underneath the goalkeeper, and Birmingham have a lifeline. We've got a lifeline, lads. We just need to get this ball as quickly as we can, and hopefully counter with a little bit of pace, and definitely not concede. But it didn't let me swap to Cochrane, and luckily Cochrane managed to get his foot in just before. Hilgers got sent for a cheeky hot dog. Here's our Conte now. We know he's got the beating of Oliveira. We just need to let him. Here's May. And still May. And still May, and this time it's saved. They stood off and stood off and stood off, and it seemed that they backed their keeper, and fair play to them for backing their keeper, because he made that save. Usually May would score that. Last season May would score that. And I think they've done just enough, Ipswich. Maybe we haven't been ruthless enough. Maybe they have been ruthless enough. That's offside, but it's the 94th minute. I think the moment I kick this ball, it's game over.
Promising looking ball.
And it is game over. We've lost to Ipswich. We said it didn't matter before the game, but that feels like a dagger through the heart, not only for me being a Norwich fan personally, but also for this club. That is a big loss for this football club. And now we go into the new year just 2 points clear of Ipswich. But that means the January transfer window is open. So let's have a look at when you'll be joining me next. Okay, so January is kind of a mix and match sort of transfer special episode. So in the next episode, it will be a transfer special, but there will be some gameplay as well. So expect it to be the Luton Town match and either Swansea or Watford. Luton are in the playoff places at the moment. I'm not sure about Swansea and Watford. But the big factor is it's January. The transfer window is open. It's a transfer special. Let me know, who do you think we should sell? Who should we be looking to move out the club? Who should we be looking to bring in? We don't have the biggest budget in the world. We might have to sell in order to buy. But I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. I'd love to know your guys' suggestions. If you have enjoyed today's episode, please do leave a thumbs up for me. I'm sorry it's been so long. I'm hoping that we can now start to get back into the steady flow of things. But yeah, please do leave a thumbs up for me. Remember to comment down below any transfer suggestions, anything like that, if your thoughts on the episode. And please do subscribe if you're new. We're trying to, build a community here, and it'd be great to be able to build a community with as many people as possible. I've been your boy ZT Jokers, and I'll see you in the next one for a transfer special.